What's going on, guys? Master Tom here, 7th degree black belt Shaolin Kempo Karate, former amateur world kickboxing champion, and Action Martial Arts Hall of Fame member. Today, let's talk blocking systems. Come on, let's get into it. In Shaolin Kempo Karate, there's a lot of different blocking systems. You have 8-point blocking, 8-point with all the counters, open hand, closed hand, 10-point blocking, 4-point blocking, plum tree, dragon blocking, lots of different blocking systems, 11 hands of Buddha. That's a whole other video. We'll get into the 11 hands of Buddha down the line also. But there are a lot of different blocking systems. One of the key things that I see people fail to see or practice or work on or miss is application and practice in those blocking systems. All right, so let's get into it for a second. So for demonstration purposes, let's say we're doing an 8-point blocking system, right? You're a white belt, you're first learning the art, you're here, you're on guard, and you're learning your blocking systems. Guys, it is 2025. If I see you guys practicing your blocking systems and you're in your horse stance and you have your hands in chamber, stop, okay? So we're going to start. Hands up on guard, and we're practicing our blocking systems. So we're doing comedy, we're doing 1, 2, 3, and we're going to our blocking system. This is how you learn it. White belt, you learn your blocking systems while you're standing in this horse stance. Now, it is known after you learn those blocks, what do you do with them? You're going to now stand on guard, and you're going to use those in a fighting type of application, right? So now you're going to be on guard. And now you're going to be like, all right, I'm working on my high block. All right, I'm working on my cross block. Boom, oh, block here, block here. You're blocking from your stance, right? When you practice 8-point blocking system, you know I'm practicing block number 1. This also is the only blocking system really that has the numbers with it. But you're practicing block number 1, block number 2. You know those are 2 separate blocks. You're using right hand, left hand. Block 3, right hand. Block 4, left hand. Now you start getting into the higher blocking systems. The next blocking system is 10-point blocking system. And we'll do a video on 10-point blocking system, breaking it down and everything else. But just high level, just breaking down 10-point blocking system, it is now more of a form or a kata than a blocking system. And what I mean by that is you're not just standing here in a horse stance and you're banging out your number blocks and you're going through your blocks. Now you're doing a blocking system here, right? You're coming up, you're doing 10-point blocking, and you're like, wow, this is really some kind of blocking system here. And then people don't know how to apply and how to practice that. So it's great to practice and memorize from your horse stance and going through your 10-point blocking from here and go through your whole thing. But you need to now start taking that blocking system and start separating it, right? So if you take 10-point blocking system and kind of go back, let's go back to 8-point blocking. If I did 8-point blocking system and I taught it like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, just left it like that. This now starts looking like a what? Like a form, right? Boom, 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 boom. But you wouldn't practice it this way or apply it in real life this way. You're doing what? You're taking 1, and I'm just going to block using this one hand. Let's take that same application and apply it to our other blocking systems. A lot of them seem like forms, but let's break them down. Where now, if I'm standing with my right foot forward, mess around. Try doing 10-point blocking with one hand. Boom, that changes things. Now all those blocks that are at the beginning now I'm just using this one hand. So this here, where I'm using 2 hands, now turns into 1 hand. Yeah, you can say, oh, someone was tackling you and you're doing this double hand block. Someone's trying to grab your throat, you're doing this double hand block. You can say that's fine. But you can start breaking down some of these blocks with one hand. Also, too, don't practice all the blocks in just a horse stance. Now, we have Kamishin 17, where you're stepping in and you're doing these strikes here with a black tiger block and boom. That's part of 10-point blocking, right? If I did this part here and I'm in 10-point blocking, I'm in a horse stance, you're just like, oh, okay, this looks like a form or kata, what am I doing? But now I'm doing Kamishin 17, I'm stepping in this way and I'm using this black tiger block, changes things up a little bit. So take your blocking systems and start separating them. Start using them in different fighting stances. Start trying to move forward with them, move back. I'm doing 10-point block and I'm moving forward, and I'm doing 10-point block and I'm moving back with it. So changing things up. 4-point block and I'm going to be here, bang, bang. Each one of these is a separate block. 4-point blocking, chicken wrist block, palm block, all these blocks. These are all separate blocks. Don't practice as a form for memorization, right? Practice it here, but then start separating. Boom, start separating those blocks and using those. Have a partner come throw a strike. Hey, I'm going to practice this, just this chicken wrist block here, or just this palm block here, or just this palm block here. Separate those blocks. Same thing, plum tree blocking. Plum tree blocking is, out of all of them, the biggest quote-unquote form, right? That one starts with, it's got a whole bow. We're going into a whole thing here, 10-point plum tree blocking. All of these moves, again, all good to memorize it, but take each block, take it out, individual block, start working on a 10-point block, plum tree block, and work on these blocks, okay? Every time punch comes back, I'm working on slips. I'm working on slips this way, working on slips this way. Take those blocks, separate them, working in fighting stance, practicing with the lead hand, practicing with the rear hand, switch your feet, work on a body, have a person throw different strikes at you. Take those blocking systems. Don't just practice them in a horse stance. Make sure you separate them, start practicing them out, take each individual block. How can you apply them in real life? So that's just a quick overview of blocking systems. We'll get into more details of each individual blocking systems in future videos.